Hey, everybody. Well, it's another Monday, and God allowed us to make it here again. So we're here once again to have fun and share information. And it's 11 days until Christmas. So what are y'all going to do for Christmas? Hopefully something safe, something that's with people in your bubble, as they say, which is basically in your house and people you've been around for a continuous time. But it's going to be Christmas. And I talked with the girl today, and she was like, we're not doing anything. My mom had COVID, my sister had COVID, and her son had COVID. And then another relative of one of hers passed away. So anyway, it was like, no, we're not doing anything for Christmas, but having a small meal and taking my mom some and my dad, and that's it. So, and we know what Christmas, the reason for the season is anyway. So maybe we'll focus on that a little more this year than we have in previous years, that we won't have to worry about all the bills from Christmas. I think in one of my devotionals, I don't know, it was last week sometime, they were talking about where one family, or one mother, what she did, she went to a resale shop and she bought all these wonderful gifts for her family. And I can relate to that because I love resale shopping. Thank you very much, all the time. And you find many things with tags on it because, as they say, one person's junk is another man's treasure, person's treasure, or whatever. So, think about it, or think about helping someone who is in need, helping a family who's in need. I would say invite them over, but that's not the thing to do this year. So just help someone who is less fortunate than you. And that could be a good Christmas present. And the nutty buddy, as my son says, it's 10 days until his birthday. As some of you know, he was born on Christmas Eve, so that's why he's talking. But nonetheless, and the other thing I had to say something about today, because it happened on the show last week, and it was so funny because one of the twins was a doctor of psychology. And I told her that I love calling people doctor, and definitely women doctor, when they've earned that, that title. And she was like, no, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You don't have to. And then she said, oh, it's your show. You want to. And then we come up with this op-ed from Mr. Joseph Epstein, talking about Dr. Jill Biden should drop her title while she's in the White House. Now, I'm trying to figure out, even though I know, why he would think she should drop her title. That's her title. She earned it. And I haven't validated or verified it, but I understand his titles were honorary and given to him, and she earned hers. And so, and then Dr. Jill Biden's response was basically, it would be nice when we'll be able to celebrate the accomplishments of our daughters. And then, others have said that if that had been a man, would not have happened. And it was so funny because he said, it sounds, how did he have it? It sounds and it feels fraudulent. And how did he have it? Something relative to even a little bit comic. Okay. Fraudulent? I mean, why fraudulent? And comic? It's funny that she put in the money and the hours to obtain her doctorate degree. So I don't know who this guy is, but he wasn't on my list, and he's totally not on my list, not as a writer or even an opinion. If he had an opinion that made sense, but there's nothing about this that made sense. And it had that she should, be called First Lady something or whatever, and then even went down if she was just called Kiddo. So he's evidently somebody who has some insecurities that he needs to deal with. That a Dr. Jill Biden would be such a threat to him or whatever he sees. In this world, that's what he needed to express his opinion on. But oh well, that's his opinion. But if you're a doctor, I'm going to call you doctor because I want to, and I think you deserve it. So today we're going to talk to three ladies who maybe at some point have doctor in front of their name. I am just so proud of them and they are so incredible that I just know one day one of them or maybe all three will have doctor in front of their name because of the areas of work that they're going into. And we talked to them in July. I think it might have been the second show we ever did. And we talked to them because they were some of the magical graduates of 2020, the historical graduates of 2020 who no graduates had ever gone through this before. And they made it and they were successful and they went on to college. And so now 6 months later, we are going to talk to them about what's been going on. So if you would, in your own way, welcome back. The email on the screen is if you have ideas for shows, or if you're one of my friends and I haven't called you for a show and you're ready to tell your story, please email me. Or if you just have an idea for a story and you can prove that you're my friend, we can talk about it. But back to the matter at hand. 2020 graduates. Jaden. Hey, well, let me get you on here, Jaden. My, you know what? The devil. Here you come. There's Jaden. There's Michaela. And there's Adia. What's up, ladies?
Hi.
Hi. Let me see. Can I make y'all big and make me little? That's what I'm trying to do. Let's see. Just put you at the top. Okay, well, we're going to go with this. What y'all doing?
Nothing.
I'm in the study center right now.
Okay, I guess I'll go in alphabetical order. Adia, tell us what's been going on. So, Adia, you graduated. Remind us where you graduated from in a little bit.
I graduated from Mansfield Timberview. I go to Harding-Simmons, and I'm majoring in pre-athletic training.
Okay. And Jaden, that's right, alphabet. Okay. Jaden, where did you graduate from and what you doing there?
I graduated from City Hill High School and I'm at Louisiana Tech right now.
Okay. And you're majoring in what?
Business administration.
Okay, that's right. And last but not least, Michaela.
We were saying where we went to high school?
Yeah, where'd you go? Where'd you graduate from?
I graduated from Wise High School here in Upper Marlboro, Maryland. Yeah. And yeah.
And you went to college?
I went to Benedict College, yeah.
Benedict College. Okay. All right. So now y'all got a taste of college. How was it?
It was okay.
It was okay? It was more than that. Come on. How was it?
It was.
I feel like it's a learning experience.
It was weird.
Okay. A learning experience. Okay.
Yes.
What about you, Adia? How was yours?
It was different than what I was used to.
Okay. How was that?
And it's not what I expected because I had planned on going to an HBCU, but then I ended up at a small PWI. in a very white neighborhood. So, yeah, and then I was going there during the election, so it was kind of.
Go ahead. You can say what you got to say.
I don't know how to explain it. It was just it was just different.
It was real Trumpish.
Yeah, no, very, very much so.
Very Trumpish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So how did that make you feel?
I mean, I was just very aware of my surroundings. Like when I went out and stuff. Yeah. And yeah, just always even at school and with my roommate and stuff. So.
Okay. So you had a roommate.
Yes.
How did that work out for you?
Yeah.
It was okay. Okay. We'll move on.
That was definitely an experience.
Okay. Okay. But you made it through. So you're back home now, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So Jada, what is your, because you're still down in Louisiana right now, you just told me. What's your experience been like?
Same,
You said a
like,
learning experience.
yeah, it's kind of like a big jump going from a big city to a small town, of course.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I do go to a PWI, so that's a big jump as well. Yeah, the whole roommate situation, I went through that. Yeah, you just gotta learn how to kind of deal with people in your situations and stuff like that.
Okay. Okay. Michaela, did you have a roommate?
Yes, ma'am.
A suite mate? How was your situation?
She was nice.
It was nice. Okay.
Yeah. It was weird because of the whole pandemic, but I had a good roommate, so.
Okay. Okay. Now, speaking of the pandemic, have all of y'all been tested? How many times?
Twice.
Twice? One?
Three times.
Three? Okay. Okay. And I assume all negative, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Anybody at your school that you knew of ended up positive?
Yes.
Really?
No.
No?
I don't think any. I think we remained, unless the school kept very quiet about it. I think the whole school remained COVID free the whole semester.
Oh, wow. That's
Yep.
cool. That's cool.
We're good.
Cool. So how was your dorm or the place you lived? Was it what you expected? You all visited, but how was it, was it a lot of what you expected, or it was, different? It wasn't like having your room at home, I know.
It's what I expected.
It was what expected?
Because, I'd done, since in middle school, I've done a lot of researches about colleges, so I knew what I was really walking into.
Oh, okay. Okay. What about you, Jade? Where was your living? You like your place?
Okay, when I first came, I started off in a suite, and me and another girl shared a room, but I ended up moving, so now I stay in an apartment.
Oh, okay. Oh, you got the big girl thing going on. Your freshman year, how about that? So, and they allow that at Louisiana Tech?
Yeah, because it's on campus.
Oh, okay. 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 Adia, did you like your place?
Yeah, it was cool. I had a roommate and a suite mate. And then, yeah.
Okay. So I guess what did you think was going to be different when you went that wasn't? What were you expecting that you didn't see or receive when you were there? While there this semester? You smiling, Adia. I see you. What did you think was going to happen that didn't happen?
I didn't expect to be as many white people as it was.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
thought more black people.
Yeah.
I thought it would be easier to like make friends, but I realized you have to like put yourself out there. They're not gonna come to you, so that was
Yeah, they just gotta come knock on the door. Hey, Michaela, I want to be your friend. Come on, let's go somewhere. That's when you better not go. But you're a little shy anyway. So Jaden, what was your friend? How did you make any new friends right off?
Yes, at first it started out with like a big group of us, but then it kind of like narrowed out. Everybody got their own group of friends and stuff, so it kind of just broke apart eventually. But
Okay, okay. And Adia, did you find one friend?
Yeah, I found a group of friends.
Look, we're gonna have to talk to your mom and daddy. We might have to get you a transfer. Okay. I don't know. But I didn't feel scared driving up there to get you, but just hearing you talk about it was just okay. All right. So what about the activities on campus? Did y'all participate in any activities on campus? Any organizations or anything? Were they doing anything like that?
our organizations weren't open like
Yeah.
at all. Like we didn't really end up doing anything until like the last like week or two of the semester where they had like a homecoming week. But before that there was like no clubs or anything, so it was kind of
Wow.
bland.
So they didn't have any clubs organizing or anything on campus, huh?
No, the only thing that was open that like people could like join was SGA, and like you have to campaign for that and stuff like that. But other than that, no clubs were open.
What was SGA? Student government?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, student government.
Okay. Jaden, what about Louisiana Tech? Were there any organizations or anything happening there?
yes, like still all the organizations are active. At first, Louisiana was in phase 3, I believe, so we could do in person at first, but it was like to like a certain limit. But now it's back in phase 2. But all the organizations are still open. But we do like Zoom and things like that. And I'm
Okay.
at BSU, and we actually just got off a meeting call, and it was just on Zoom, so we did
Okay.
everything.
Okay. Yeah, that would be a constructive way to try and do things, would be Zoom, and still have the organization so you could at least get to know some of the people who are in the various organizations. What about you, Adia? You just be smiling.
Um, um, no, I didn't join anything, but nothing was closed in my school. Everything's been open.
Yeah, yeah. Texas is pretty much open. So you're in the athletics. I mean, did you start any of your elective type things? I know it's your first semester, but were you
Not
doing anything?
really.
Huh?
Not really.
Not
Like
really.
toward my degree.
Uh-huh.
Not really. I had an intro class, but it was really just to like let us know like more information about it and get us thinking about it to see if we really wanted to participate in the degree or not.
Okay. So, Jaden, I think I forgot to ask you, was there anything different that happened that you were expecting to be different but was unusual there?
More so of like the social part of it, but I knew that was kind of gonna be different due to COVID. I feel like it's kind of different because you kind of expect more for your first year of college,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, with everything going on, you gotta kind of
Yeah.
take precaution.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, what about classes, Michaela? How were your classes?
They were cool. All of them were on Zoom, so
All of them were?
yeah, I thought like because, and that was like the original plan. I thought because like I was going on campus that I would have in-person classes, and I only ended up having like one in-person class, but we would meet in person like every other.
And what was that in-person one?
It was college experience one. We would meet in person like every other. I only had that class once a week, and we meet like every other Friday in person. So Most of my time was in my dorm doing my classes because none of them were like in person. At least for mine. I know some people had like a little bit more in person classes, but mine were all on Zoom. So.
That's interesting that you were on campus and they were all on Zoom. You could have stayed home and done that.
I really couldn't, but they didn't tell me, like, they had us under the impression that we were gonna go there. Well, like the first week that we had classes, they were like, we're gonna do it on Zoom and they were gonna transfer. But when that week was over, I still was on Zoom for the whole semester. So they had us like under the impression that I was gonna do in-person classes, but that didn't happen. So I was like, this is
okay. Adia, what about you? Were yours on Zoom and in person, or?
I had all in person. Well, I had this one my algebra class was on Zoom. It was like you could either choose if you wanted to be all on Zoom on Monday, Wednesday, because it was a Monday, Wednesday, Friday class. But the class was so large, so like it went by last name. So I went to in person on Monday, and then Wednesday and Friday would be Zoom. But then after a while, he just like started letting us do all in Zoom.
Wow. Interesting. Jaden, how are yours set up?
Last quarter, I had 2 in person and 2 on Zoom.
Okay.
And this quarter, I have 2 in person and 1 online.
Okay. So it's very interesting because it seems based on the state that you're in, because Texas is all open. So all the classes are basically in person. And then Louisiana was doing good. They half and half. And Michaela, you just can't go to class at all because you.
South Carolina is still kind of.
Huh?
When it comes to like cases and stuff like that, South Carolina is still kind of up there. So
yeah. So you had to do online. What about your instructors? Found one that was your favorite, or one that you just hope you never get to have again? Who's knocking? They're probably not listening, so it's okay. No.
My math teacher.
Huh?
My math teacher. I kind of don't want him again, but unfortunately, for my second semester, I have him for physics now. So, but it was just because, like, I just felt like he didn't really explain enough. But like, I still passed because like I just did it myself. But like him teaching, it was like no, it wasn't working. I would just sit in there. I was just feeling lost all the time. I was like, what is he talking about? The whole class would feel like that because we had a whole group chat and they would text and they'd be like, what is he saying? And I'm like,
Jaden, what about you? You have any great instructors, or any that you would rather they just
I had one business teacher that I would not take again. But other than that, it's no teacher that really just like stood out and I was like, yeah, I need to take them again. It's kind of just like a go with the flow type thing.
Okay.
You got to get your work done.
So, in your classes, have you gotten grades yet?
Yes, for the first quarter we did.
Okay, everybody passing. Adia, what about your instructors? You find one you just love to death?
No, it was basically what Jaden said, but I did have one that was like, I never want to take you ever again. My Old Testament teacher. That was a class. But the rest of them, I probably wouldn't want to take another class with any of my professors I had, honestly. Like they weren't like super bad except for Old Testament. But the rest of them, they weren't like super bad, but my writing teacher, she was just kind of weird. Like ever since the first day I met her, I was like, I don't know what it is, but you're strange. And
yeah. You said that in your mind, not out of your mouth.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, in my mind.
Oh, okay. I just
I had one teacher. I mean, like, I wouldn't say like I absolutely like want to take her again. Like she's the best, but at the same time, like she was better than everybody else because like she's the department head of my major. So like, I'm probably gonna be with her anyway for the next 3 years, seeing her a lot. But Yeah, she would always like check on us and like make sure like, are you doing good in your other classes or do you need help with
Oh,
this? So like she would like check on us and like she would kind of like joke with us sometimes in class. So I liked her a lot, but
you
yeah.
know, that's an HBCU. That care comes. I'm just saying, and I didn't attend one either. So, and it was kind of a regret of mine, but that's not to say, but that's just one of those characteristics that a lot of people who have attended HBCU say, that there is someone who will, step out with that care and just, for just because. So now I want to ask y'all. Maybe you heard a little bit of what I was talking about earlier. Um, did you hear about the man who was telling Dr. Jill Biden that she shouldn't use her name, Doctor? Did
Oh
y'all
yeah,
hear about that?
the other day,
Huh?
the article that came out.
Uh huh.
Oh yeah.
What y'all think about that? If you had a doctorate, would you not use your name? You use your title?
I was confused because I was like, if she has a doctorate, why can't she use it? That's why I was kind of confused. I was like, why does he? I was like wondering the reason why he doesn't want her to use it.
It's called misogyny.
Oh, right.
It's called that women are not yet given the credit when they do the same thing as our male counterparts. Because if it had been a man, they probably wouldn't. He probably never would have said that. What about you, Jaden? What are your thoughts about it?
I feel like she should be able to use it because if you put in the hard work to be able to get it, you gotta show it
Yeah,
off.
yeah. What about you, Adia?
Yeah, I mean, if she went
Dr.
to,
Dyer?
if she worked for it, then what's the issue?
Yeah, yeah. Anybody wish they were back in high school?
No.
Well, no. Yes and no.
Yes and no. Adia, no. Jaden, I thought it was a no from you too, right? Eh,
A
correct
little
now,
bit. I
maybe.
mean, sometimes.
Yeah, okay, okay.
Mhm.
And Michaela, yours is a nah, you maybe not.
It's sometimes it just depends.
Yeah, yeah. Now all of you voted, right?
Yeah.
I think I checked on everybody and everybody voted. Okay. Okay. Were y'all pleased with the outcome?
Yes.
Since everybody's gonna be AKAs, I know y'all are just pleased with the outcome. So have you run into anyone that did not vote? What did they say? Were they young people, old people, or what?
I
Go ahead.
my friend, one of my friends did, because we were on a group chat and we were like sending our I voted stickers, and then she said she didn't vote, but that's because like she said that she didn't like pay attention to like the election overall, so she didn't think it'd be fair to like cast her vote when she didn't know like who she was voting for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a pretty tough conversation, but we were like, okay.
Tell it. Okay. Adia, I heard you were gonna say something.
Yeah, I had a friend. He said they said they didn't vote because they didn't feel like it made a difference. I was like, okay.
Yeah, yeah. Jaden?
Yeah, like my friend said what Audience said, like they said either way we were in trouble. So that was
Yeah.
their like perspective on it. So
They're like the system is gonna stay the same. It's just a cycle. I was like, all right.
Okay. Well, the system will stay the same if we let it stay the same. But we have to elect people and hold those people accountable. We don't vote and just go home and sit down. That's why, we get involved in things like student government and, all those other things like AKA and, those good organizations that do so much good work. So now you're going into your final semester, your second semester. What would you tell any young people now about, you did all this stuff to get into college? What would you tell somebody, a senior who's going through some of the things? Well, see, yeah, some of the same things you went through. What advice would you give them relative to looking for college and, you know, things they need to look out for in their senior year as they're trying to decide where they want to go and what they want to do? Any different research or anything?
Keep your options open.
Keep your options open. Okay.
I would say just definitely know like where you're getting yourself into.
For you, that would be check the demographics of the school. What the percentages are of this and this and this.
Yeah.
But that's, I mean, it's real, you know, that's a real thing though. It really is. Jaden, anything?
I feel sorry y'all for this noise. I feel like
That's all right. Tell them they can come on camera if they want to. We'll talk to them.
I feel like make sure it's somewhere that like you want to go. Like don't go just somewhere where your friends are going. Like go somewhere that's like make you feel at home. Like I feel like anywhere you go, you're gonna go through some challenges, but at the same time you have to like overcome those obstacles and make it your home. So just stay focused and look for somewhere that you feel like you can fit in.
Okay. Y'all doing anything special for the holidays?
I might be at your house. Might come stop by.
Huh?
I said I might come stop by and say hello.
You gonna come see me? Okay, that's good. You know, I just spray you down at the door and then take your temperature. As long as that's good. Hey, come in and stay all weekend. So, anything y'all want to tell the folks out here?
Stay safe.
Huh?
Stay safe.
Stay safe. Well, overall, have you enjoyed your year? I mean, your half a year? Somewhat. It's a new experience.
Yeah.
I feel like college is what you make it.
All right.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
What'd you say, Adia?
Definitely.
Definitely.
It could have been better.
Could have been better. Somebody wants me to ask about boyfriends, but I'm not going to ask about boyfriends, okay? I'll let that go this time. Maybe when we join in a year. So, any courses? Do you know what courses you're going to be taking next semester? Anything interesting?
I'm taking intro to psychology.
Ooh, then you can talk to your mom on her level. She'll enjoy that.
She was like, "Ooh, cool."
Michaela, you taking anything interesting next semester?
I'd probably say I forgot like exactly what the class is called, but it's a class for my major, and it's like gonna get me started. Or they're gonna start telling me about like teaching and stuff. So I'm kind of excited for that.
Okay. And y'all teaching for Michaela, and I'm not making fun of her, but she's a little bitty thing. So it's going to be interesting for her to be teaching her children, but she'll be good at it. She'll have them under control. Believe me, she'll crack the whip on them. Jaden, you taking anything interesting next semester?
Right now, I'm taking philosophy.
Oh, interesting. Well, one thing I'll tell y'all, if you have the opportunity, take economics just for a general thing, because it's going to help you in your adult life, even though if you're not a math major, or economics is one of those you might want to think about taking somewhere during the night, because it teaches you a lot of things about money and just how to do things that you probably already know how to do, but that's just my thing. I want to get it in the high school curriculum, but that's just my pet peeve. So I guess Well, we have a little short show tonight, but that's okay. Scott said, what are the disadvantages and advantages of having classes on remotely? Does anybody like remote classes?
No.
Jaden say, Michaela say no. And Adia say she don't care because she don't want to see the people.
Well, actually, I kind of do.
You kind of do.
Right. I know
What advantages and disadvantages of remote classes.
Well, if your teacher allows you, you get to have your camera on. And I know I'm not supposed to do this, but sometimes be those days where I'll be laying in bed and I don't have to get dressed or get out or anything because I'm just on Zoom. So that's cool. But a disadvantage would probably be it's kind of harder to understand because, like, especially if you're like more visual and you need to be in there, it's kind of harder. Like for me, I need to be in a classroom, so I had to adjust quickly. But other than that,
Jaden, what you like online, or you like it, or you just rather do without it?
It's okay. I feel like the advantages of it is that you don't have to go anywhere, but the disadvantages are that it's harder to stay focused because you kind of in the house or in bed and you just kind of want to go back to sleep or something.
Yeah, I'm more of an online person. That's what when I did the masters, I did it online, and that's better for me because I think I would go to sleep in a classroom at this point. Adia, what you like? Don't be laughing. What you like, Adia, online or in person?
I had my days where like I'd be like, I'm so tired of going to these classes. Cause I had an 8 a.m. and oh my gosh, if that class was on Zoom, oh, I would be so happy. Oh my gosh, I would have been so happy.
Right.
But at the same time, I liked going to class sometimes because I like getting out the house.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is it anything y'all want to ask the other two on here? Any questions? Anything you need to know?
Ask who?
The other.
Oh.
Your other two compadres.
Hi. Not that I know of.
Not that you can think of? Okay. Yeah. Have y'all had a discussion about whether you're going to take the vaccine or not? COVID? Huh? I say she ain't taking no vaccine.
I don't like shots, but if I have
to. Okay. All right.
Verified too.
If you have to, okay. Well, as long as y'all are staying safe, then I'm good with that. I'm not going to be bothered by that. Okay.
I'm staying home next semester. So.
Oh, are you? Okay. Might have to talk about that, huh? Okay. All right. Well, I know y'all have things to do, so I am going to let y'all go. Of course, I'm going to pray for you before you go. So you have to hold on for just a second here. Father God, I just thank you for these three beautiful, beautiful young ladies that you've made that have been made in your image. God, I just pray that everything they touch succeeds. Father, I pray that you would give them wisdom as they move forward in the things that they have to do, knowing this is just the beginning of a great long life, Father. God, and I just ask that you protect them. I protect them from the hands of Satan and any evil thing that would come towards them, God. Give them safety and protection. And we just ask that you cover them with your blood so that no evil will come against them. Give them the desires of their heart, Father, and just be with them this day. Be with their parents and all who are in their village and taking care of them. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Okay, next week, now let's see if I can do this. I may have to take y'all off to do this. Next week, we're going to have one of my ladies on. Her name is Hannah. See, I put y'all to the side. And Miss Hannah is a young lady who I've been advocating for since she was in middle school at least. She has, and I'm going to mess this up, she has OI. It's called osteogenesis imperfecta. And the basic name for it is brittle bone disease. She has had hundreds, I believe, of operations, but she is in her second, this is when she graduated from high school 2 years ago. She is in her second year of college and doing well. And so we're going to talk to her and her mom next week about and allow them to tell their stories. And Hannah has some good stories because she has a special big sister friend that y'all going to want to know who this is. So next week at 8, join me so you can talk to, I call her Hannah Banana. But now she's getting so old, she's probably not going to let me call her that anymore. But yeah, we'll be talking to Hannah and her mom, Val, about their story, about the things that have happened and that have gone through. And I love you ladies. And I thank y'all for bearing with me tonight. And I hope to see all of you soon. Michaela, we're going to have to work something out because, we're going to have to work something out. And I'll see Adi, I'm sure soon. And maybe Jaden, when you come to town, I'll run down there or you can run up here or something. Okay. So everybody do as we always say, stay safe, wear your mask, keep your distance, and make sure you find your peace. And I love you and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Mm-hmm.